Hey guys, so happy St. Patrick's Day, and it's not St. Patrick's Day when you're seeing this probably, but it is St. Patrick's Day when I'm recording it. So for St. Patrick's Day, I'm going to talk about the most famous St. Patrick's Day movie of all time, the horror movie from 1993, Leprechaun. So what are my thoughts? Well, first of all, this movie now is a huge, horror cult classic that people talk about and watch and love, but from my understanding, and I wasn't alive then, but I don't think it was as big a hit in the early 90s. I think it became a big hit, if I believe, because Jennifer Aniston has a big part in it, and years later she got big off the show Friends, which I do love. Yeah, I like Friends. Come at me for it. But what are the positives and what are the negatives? So positives, this entire movie, Warwick Davis as this leprechaun looks like he's having so much frickin' fun. He looks like he's just having a ball. In fact, everyone looks like they're having fun. That's in the cast, so that's a plus. There were some very fun kills. It very much does play like a kind of a generic horror movie, but that does kind of add to the fun, where it's like, I can tell what's happening, because so many movies are like this. Negatives, so many movies are like this. This is a very predictable film. You can tell everything you're going to see in it by the first 5 or 15 minutes, which sure makes it a fun experience, because you can go that, but it doesn't make it an enjoyable film, like something that would constantly unfold. And I sound like that clip of Quentin Tarantino talking about how this is what's wrong with modern Hollywood. But he's right, first of all, but also that's kind of a big problem with this movie and a lot of slasher films. Even though I'm not sure if I would consider this a slasher per se. That, and there are just a couple things that seem dated. Number one, there's a point in this movie when Jennifer Aniston's like, it's the 90s. We're a more progressive time. Which, I mean, back then is fine. But now the 90s are 30 years ago and not seen as a very progressive time in our country. I mean, they are, because, we had more progressive people in office. But, and there's also, one of the main characters in this movie is very clearly mentally challenged. And they play that off mostly for comedy. And that doesn't work. It kind of feels like bullying with 2025 brain and how we view the mentally disabled now. I'm going to give this movie a B-. So that's my review of Leprechaun. See you later.